Hey, what's up YouTube? Got another video for you guys today. Again, I am still quite busy, so I'm still not going to be uploading every single day or anything like that. However, I wanted to make a video called WW2 Zippo Talk. And we are going to go into what I mean about that in a second. And of course, I'm going to go ahead and light up a Lucky Strike non-filtered cigarette with my actual WW2 Zippo. I always enjoy using my actual WW2 Zippo to light up a Lucky Strike unfiltered. Fantastic flavor, as always, with the Lucky Strike. And oh yeah, guys, a little quick update before I go into talking about Zippos and things. I still have not been back to the tobacco store after purchasing the Lucky Strike, so I will not have a review of, or a new review of the Camel Crush cigarettes coming out this week. I'm just gonna have to wait until next time I'm out and about in that area, and then I can run in and pick up a pack for like $4 or $5. Because there for a while I was on a menthol kick, and I was actually smoking nothing but Camel Crushes, but honestly now I enjoy these better, so I'm not really that big of a fan of menthol anymore. But menthol is nice. But anyway, so guys, this is going to be a little update, just me talking about what Zippos I'm going to take with once I move back and shit like that, as well as talking about WW2 Zippos and stuff like that. So basically, I'm debating, and again, I'm debating only taking this Zippo along with this one, which is the one that I did the customization to. And I'll show you that real quick. As you guys can see, and then it just has a Lieutenant Colonel emblem that I put on the back of it. And oh yeah, let me tell you guys, JB Weld is fucking bulletproof, because I dropped this thing out of my shirt pocket the other day, and you can see where I put a little JB Weld there on the corner, right down there. And that's because when it fell out of my pocket, it basically landed on its corner, and it really didn't even dent the damn thing like that. The durability of that finish is really impressive. But the reason why I'm making a video on WW2 Zippos is I've found some more WW2 Zippos on some places that aren't overly priced or anything like that, and I'm debating getting another WW2 Zippo, honestly guys, because I really love these WW2 Zippos. Like, they're my favorite Zippo to use. They're basically my favorite Zippo ever, is this one right here. And I absolutely love carrying WW2 Zippos. However, when I do carry them, I always carry them in some sort of pocket, preferably with a button on it, because like that other Zippo, I don't want it falling out of like a shirt pocket if it doesn't have a button on it, and then gets a nice new dent in it, because that wouldn't be too fun. But, and also just to prevent like it falling out of my pocket, getting lost, then someone else finding it, and then, you know, I spent $175 on a Zippo and then I just wind up losing it. You guys get the drift. But part of why I'm making this video, guys, is I have decided, because this lid is so loose, I've decided I will actually be sending this Zippo, just the case. I sure as hell am not gonna risk sending in the insert, because Zippo now, unless you specify in a note, which even if I was sending the insert in, I definitely would specify in the note, do not replace the insert, please, and send back the original insert. But there's been a couple times in the past where I've written that note, and it could have been because the Zippo did have a little bit of lighter fluid in it. Like the first Zippo I ever sent in, I specified, please send back the original insert. However, I sent it in and it had lighter fluid in it, so by the time they got it, potentially it still had lighter fluid in it, and they were like, well, we're not going to send a Zippo to this guy that has lighter fluid in it. But so yeah, I'm only going to be sending in the case, the outside of the Zippo. And what I want them to do, and I'm going to specify in the note, if they, because I really want them to work on this hinge, guys. As you can see, I mean, the lid is silly loose on this lighter, to the point where the actual steel case of the Zippo is running into the chimney if you don't close it properly. So I want to send it in and see if they can't put one of those hollow hinge pins in there, or if they can't tighten the hinge pin without removing, or tighten the hinge without removing the original hinge pin. That's what I'm going to specify in the note. I'm going to, you know, ask them, if at all possible, can you tighten this hinge without removing the hinge pin? But then I'm also going to add, guys, if they do have to remove the hinge pin, I'm going to add, if you have to remove the hinge pin, please send the hinge pin back with the Zippo once it's fixed in the note. And I'm going to make sure the note is like the first thing when they open it up that they see when they get this. Because do I really need the hinge pin back? Not really, but the fact that, I mean, this is such an old hinge pin, and this is, I believe, from what it looks like and appears to be, the original hinge pin. I really don't want to lose the original hinge pin. I'd like to keep everything that came with this lighter, if that makes any sense. But that's what I think I'm going to do, so that way I can, you know, carry this more on the regular, because I am kind of worried that eventually this hinge might break because of how loose the hinge pin is. Even though it probably won't, because if you guys look closely, you can see the lid of this Zippo covers a good portion of that hinge pin, so it's not like the hinge pin is going to fall out. It's not that loose or anything. But I'm also going to specify that this is a very sentimental lighter, which it is, and stuff like that. So if for whatever reason they can't fix it, I'm going to add that too. Just send the original lighter back to me. But also, one thing that I've noticed, guys, and I'm sure, like, you know, Zippo Fanatic and other people have noticed with Zippo lighters, is they've changed the way that they ship your lighters back, which I've gone over before. Because back in the day when I first started sending Zippo lighters in, you used to get a ton of shit back with your lighter, not just the lighters. You'd get a little date card, dating chart, wallet, almost like a business card, but it's not. It's just the Zippo date chart card, which I have no idea where that is. I think it's still in Virginia. But they would also send complimentary flints. Like every lighter that you would send in, they'd send a little package with 2 Zippo lighter flints in it, and they'd send that back to you. They don't do that anymore either. Probably because it wasn't worth it at that point. And plus, due to the economy and stuff like that, it probably became too expensive for them. But that's all good, as long as they're still fixing the lighters, which they will. That's all that really matters. But I just, you know, I kind of have a nostalgia now that they don't do that anymore. I kind of have a nostalgia for the old way they used to fix the lighters, like, because they'd send you a bunch of extra stuff back with it, again, like the date code and the complimentary flints and things like that, which I really enjoyed. But yeah, so this is basically just a little update on what I'm going to be doing with this lighter, because I really do want to start carrying this every single day, honestly. And the insert works perfectly, so that's why I'm not sending that in, because again, if they miss something in the note and then they wind up keeping this, that would be kind of devastating to the originality of the Zippo, because at this point, guys, this is a fairly collectible Zippo lighter if I'm going to be completely honest with you. So I really don't want to lose the hinge pin or anything like that. Like I said, I want to be able to get that back. So that's why in the note, I'm going to specify, even though I'm only sending in the case, again, I'm not sending the insert with it. I'm going to specify if they could please send back the original hinge pin from the Zippo because of its sentimental value to me. And I'm pretty sure they will, because guys, when I sent in my high polished chrome armor back when it got destroyed, and this was years ago, and they replaced it, and I specifically asked them for a pipe insert. I didn't only ask for that. I also believe in the note I asked for one of the old style armor bottom stamps, which are the ones that have, instead of having the little armor stamp off to the side, which they do now, it was back when they had the armor stamp in the center of the Zippo lighter, and they actually wound up sending one of those back. So that was really cool of them to do. I don't know if they can do that anymore, if they even have any of those laying around anymore. They probably do. I don't really know. But if I had to guess, they will actually send back that hinge pin. And even if they don't, it's kind of a shame if they don't, but I mean, at the end of the day, this lighter will be fully functional again, and won't have a really loose lid. So, but again, if I can, I do want to get back the original hinge pin that is in this lighter. And I will, as I've said several times already, I will be specifying all this in the note and everything. And that's why, guys, if you have any lighters this old that you're sending into Zippo, don't just throw this in a box, send it into Zippo, and then say, oh, I need you to fix this. Because if you don't specify that you want your insert back, you won't get it back anymore. Back in the day, like a few years ago, they were still sending the original inserts back. They would send you a new insert, and they would send you the old insert back. They don't do that anymore. All they send you is a new insert if you do not specify. So, just a little information and update, guys, on everything that's going on right now. As I said, I'm probably not going to send this in for another couple weeks because I want to use it a little bit longer, things like that, because I'm still really attached to this lighter, and I don't want to be without this lighter for almost an entire month, which I can guarantee you it will be almost an entire month that I will be without this lighter's case as they're fixing it and what have you. So, but anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this video, and I will be back to editing videos and things like that. Like, this video isn't going to be done through iMovie or anything like that. This is just kind of sort of a short little update video, but on this lighter. However, in the future, again, once I move back to Boone and everything like that, I will be back to doing like the normal iMovie editing and things like that. All that good stuff. But anyway, guys, I'll just let you look at this lighter a little bit longer. You can see I absolutely love this thing. This is by far my most favorite lighter in my collection. And you can actually see some of the original, whatever it's called, galvanization that they put on this, because the original Zippo inserts from World War II like this originally, even though mine has almost completely worn off, had this galvanization coating, which you can see right there, and on the side of the chimney it still has some of it. So, but again, this lighter has been used and used and used ever since it was new, so that's why there's no more black crackle finish on it or anything like that. But it is what it is. It doesn't really bother me because I'm using this lighter. But anyway, guys, if you liked the video, like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the bell. Anything you do helps, and I will see you in the next video.